part of your plan, this was a plan that you submitted, no? Activities from November to December. You wrote there also, it's the start of clinical trials of vaccine candidates accessed by the panel. Will the panel decide, or this will have to be an ongoing practice with different companies on their own?
Nakita po natin yung clinical trial po na yan. Yung po nasa COVAX solidarity trial. Ito po ang hinahandle po ng ating mga vaccine expert panel na kasama po ng DOST at saka po ng DOH. Meron po tayong ongoing organization yan, yung Special Technical Working Group on Vaccine.
Okay. And you have your plan actually, if it is followed, technically it's a very quick timeline. Is this still correct? From January to March 2021, you are already aiming for the procurement of vaccines. Technically, that's like 5 months from now. Tama ito, Secretary?
Kasi po ang tema po ng ating ngayon sa nakikita po natin, developed countries have already aggressively secured a vaccine. Kailangan po talaga magkaroon po tayo ng advanced procurement while the vaccine is being produced.
And the advanced procurement, I know you'll be speaking about this to President Duterte later on, but what is your initial target of procurement?
Ang makita po natin, ang pinakano natin, ang gusto po natin mahal Presidente ay magkaroon po ng vaccine ng lahat ng population natin. And many countries also dedicated twice as much as the population of their countries. Yan po ang gusto po talaga natin mahal Presidente, be accessible to the poor. So ang pinaka-target po natin initially is 24 million for foreigners at saka yung tatawag natin mga indigents, mga poor communities, mga informals at saka yung tatawag natin vulnerable.
So fair to say 24 million vaccines ang target nyo from January to March, correct?
Nakita po natin realistically po para hindi naman tayo magkaroon ng false expectation. Talaga napakahirap po ng vaccine. So yan one time ang mangyayari po niyan. Ang vaccine na roadmap po natin is 3 to 5 years. Considering that you will also look at the demand and supply ng vaccine. Realistically, before end of 2020, ang isang is only ang presentation sa amin ng World Bank, more or less 1.4 billion lang ang mapoproduce ng mga different companies. So far right now, ang demand po ng mga big countries is more than that. So nakikita talaga magkakahirap po tayo sa demand and supply. Kaya we are appealing to the WHO na bigyan ng equitable access ang mga poor countries like us.
Okay. How much budget are you projecting that you'll be needing, since it's government to government, starting 2021? I mean, when the budget is deliberated in the Senate, Senator Panfilo Lacson says he targets 10 billion pesos for vaccine procurement. Do you think that's enough?
Meron po tayong tinatawag na standby fund na meron po tayo kasi gagawin po natin, ang financing po natin through DOF ay pwede po maging financing natin through EDP at saka land bank and also with World Bank. So over and above sa 10 billion na i-allocate natin, pwede po tayo magkaroon ng loans.
Okay. Now, another thing, Secretary, is Senator Ralph Recto said that technically not one person, not one Superman, it's too heavy a burden for one man to bear. This is not just one job for you, but you need to assemble your Justice League. Now, I know you already have your vaccine panel of experts, which is UPNIH, DOST, DOH, but who is your Justice League? Because you are also the chief implementer of IATF. So that's a whole different responsibility. But who will be your quick, do you have a team? Have you already formed a team, your own Justice League, just to assist you when it comes to vaccine purchase, planning? Sino po yun?
Meron na po tayong core group na form. At ito po talaga ay ibinubuo po ng panel, tinatawag na vaccine expert panel. Meron po tayong diplomatic expert. Meron din po tayong tinatawag na logistic expert at saka meron po tayong financing expert. So,
okay. If you don't mind, who is your diplomatic expert?
Ang ano po natin, designate po ng ating mahal Presidente. I will not want to look.
I see. So you're submitting names to the President and then he will choose?
Yes, actually meron tayong tinatawag na I represent core group consisting of from people from PSDBN, from DOF, from DFA, from DOH, and also from the private sector.
All right. Okay. So yung logistics expert nyo, for example, is coming from the private sector?
Ang mano po natin combine po yan, pwede po yan AEP, kasi ang AEP at saka PNP po, magaling po talaga sa logistics yan. At saka may tinatawag na task group on resource management and logistics. Magaling po yung mga ano po natin na talagang nabihasa na po sila ng mga kailangan po natin sa testing.
Okay. So, clarification, Secretary, iba pa yung vaccine panel of experts. Iba pa po yun, di ba? At yes, iba yung core group ninyo mismo, yung Justice League ninyo.
Kasama po ang ano po, hindi po natin pwede mahiwalay po yung vaccine expert panel. Sa core group po, talaga po predominantly magagaling po ang mga doktor at kasama po.
So how many do you have in your panel? I mean, in your core group. Let's call it a core group for now. How many will you have?
Makita po natin more or less mga 20 po yun. Kasi magiging collegial body po yun. Interagency. At the same time, kasi ang ano po natin, from assessment phase, planning phase, preparation, and execution phase.
Okay, because I've also heard comments from the private sector. For example, you have Secretary Francisco Duque, who's with the IATF, who's chair of PhilHealth, who's handling so many things at the same time. And are you using the same people for your panel, or are you putting in new people that can just focus on the vaccines, the purchase, and the plan? Because people worry that it's recycling the same people in government who already have other responsibilities.
Ano po, iba po yan. With independent, ano po yan. At saka magagaling po sila.
Pero you are putting, Secretary, new people.
Meron po tayong tinatawag na mga new people at the same time, kasama rin po ng IATF. Kasi ang gagawin po natin, under po ng Chief Implementer po yung vaccine roadmap task group. At nangyari po, yung vaccine of expert po natin ay magiging subservient din po siya sa IATF.
Okay. All right. And anong timetable po nyo if the purchase has a deadline of March 2021? I'm sure you're presenting this to the President later, but can you share with us what is your timetable for inoculation, at least the first batch?
Nakikita po natin, it depends natin sa world market. Pangalawa, sa development talaga ng vaccine na ma-aproban ng FDA kasi kailangan po talaga na ma-aproban ng FDA at mga clinical trials. And at the same time, yung availability po na natin tinatawag natin na yung first trans na ano po natin. Sa ano po ang prediction po ng DOST, if everything will go well, ang mangyari po is by earliest is May.
Okay.
Pero nakita natin na magkaroon po tayo ng industries in terms of supply and demand. Ang pinaka-earliest po is maybe end of 2021.
Okay. All right. Now, moving on from the vaccine, as IATF Chief Implementer, I'd like to bring a concern, bring up a concern with you from the private sector. I know we have